When it comes to raising kids who are going to follow Jesus as an adult, one of the counterintuitive things is the importance of focusing on consistency rather than zeal. You know, if you're a spiritual hyperdog, and I hope you are, one of the things you got to keep in mind is that zeal is embarrassing to kids. And we often make the mistake that when they're embarrassed by our spiritual zeal, they're embarrassed about Jesus. But they're not. It's the zeal that embarrasses them. You know, whatever political persuasion you might be of, I guarantee you, if you turned every conversation you had with strangers towards that political subject, your kid would grow up and vote for the other party. If you have a school that you're just a rabid fan of that particular school, and you've got bumper stickers, you honk your horn, it plays the school's fight song and all of that, your kid's going to go to the arch rival. Because there is this period, this age that kids hit when they're trying to figure out who they are themselves, and it's during that time that they become embarrassed by zeal. I don't even know who taught us this principle, but Nancy and I learned that when our kids hit that age, it was important in their presence for a period of time to sublimate our zeal, but to make sure our consistency in our walk with Jesus was always there. And it paid incredibly high dividends. Just a little practical thing. We always, to this day, and when our kids were little, wherever we were in public, we would just take a moment and thank God for the blessings of the food when we were at a restaurant or whatever. But, you know, we didn't have to hold hands. We didn't have to get on our knees. We didn't have to stand up and pray this way. And when our kids hit that age, as we would pray, we'd even pray with our eyes wide open, and it'd stop right in the middle of it when a waiter or waitress would come up, so that our kids wouldn't be embarrassed by what we were doing. And guess what? They followed our consistency because they didn't run from our zeal. I encourage you to think through that as you walk with the Lord. Do not confuse being embarrassed by zeal with being embarrassed by Jesus.